Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. What is up, everybody? What is up? Welcome to or welcome back to More Than the Bag. I'm your host, Dr. Kerrie. I'm a serial entrepreneur here in Austin, Texas, a realtor, investor, transformational speaker, podcaster, the professor of Airbnb, and I'm an author as well. And I am called to help women of all ages live full lives. Live full lives. Do you hear that? Not half of a life, not a little bit of a life, but a full life by becoming the authentic version of themselves and by finding their true purpose. Do y'all hear that? Like, you deserve to live a full life, a life full of peace, of joy, abundance, love, and so much fulfillment. But there's times in life that we feel down and we can't really see our purpose. We can't really see the vision that is set for our lives. But on this show, on More Than the Bag, I'm taking you on a journey to finding your true and authentic self by chasing the right bag. Your bag is your calling, or what I like to say, your superpower. And so many people are chasing whatever is hot right now instead of truly chasing their passion and their purpose in life. Because everybody was born with a gift. And that gift is the key to your purpose. So let's promise each other to never go back to the way we used to live, think. And we got to start walking in our purpose. So we're about to get into season 3, episode 4, what I'm calling the R&R bag. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go, y'all. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to be back with you. Season 3, episode 4, that I'm calling the R&R bag. Now, if you are a newbie, I want to welcome you to my show. But I'm also going to caution you, if you have not listened to season 1 and 2, you might want to go ahead and press pause and go on back. But if you are feeling a little risque, it is okay. You can stay here with me and dive into this episode that I'm calling the R&R bag. And R&R stands for reset and release. Some of you have been listening to me, whether it's on social media or here on this podcast, and I've been telling you I'm developing this coaching program that is truly going to change the lives of a lot of women. And I'm excited to be launching it. It's going to be dropping pretty soon, just working out a few other details and making sure that it's going to be life-changing for the women that are going to be a part of it. So the next couple weeks, I'm going to just be diving into just a few things and a few aspects of the program, but also giving you already know, tips and things that are going to truly help you become the people you're supposed to be. Like I said before, you deserve to live a full life. You don't have to live half of a life. You don't have to live, minimal things. You can have a full and abundant life. And so just on my journey, I had to learn how to reset and release certain things. And so in week 1 of my program, I'm going to be taking the women through how to reset their mindsets and release limiting beliefs. See, last week I talked about mental programming and how we are all conditioned to live and to believe certain things. So it's really important on this new journey that women are going to be on, or if you've been listening to me since season 1, the journey that you are already on, it's really important that you have to reset and you have to release. That's the first step of your journey. The first step to having a peaceful life, a happy life, a life of abundance, and ultimately a lot of freedom. And so I remember on my personal development journey, like, I didn't have a side hustle. I didn't have the vision that I have now. I'll say that. The vision of the life that I'm living now and the life that I'm going to have in the future. All I knew at that moment was, go to college and get a job. And that's what I was doing. I was a teacher, I was a coach, and that's what I was passionate about until God started just waking up certain things. And, after a while, I got caught up. My past caught up with me and sent me into a depression, and a lot of life decisions I was making at the time just weren't the best. And it took me hitting that rock bottom moment. And some of you have heard me share that, where my rock bottom moment was the moment I almost took my life. And being in that closet and deciding to live versus to die, that was that rock bottom moment where I knew there was something more for me. There was something more that God had in store. And here I am in 2022, not living and working that 9 to 5 and having more freedom and more flexibility in my schedule, being able to pour and to speak life into so many different people. I never thought that's what I was going to do. I thought I was going to always be at a school, whether that was being a teacher, a coach, or an assistant principal. But going through therapy and investing in coaches, I learned that I can break down the walls that had been built up over time. I had to learn that my vulnerability is my superpower. That being able to go to that place that a lot of people don't want to go to, it does take a lot of energy and a lot of focus and a lot of willpower to go to a place that's been locked away for so many years. It took time. But I had to learn that who I was, it no longer served me. And that I could create the new Kerrie, a Kerrie that was unrecognizable to the people that knew me before, but a Kerrie that was unrecognizable to me. Do y'all understand that? Like, you get to choose to create a different you. You get to choose to create a different you. And so resetting and releasing, that's part of the process. See, I had to realize that I could drop the act of being perfect, and that everything around me didn't have to be a certain way for me to be happy. I learned that if I own my mistakes, right, those past mistakes that I made, I had to own those. I had to learn to ask people to forgive me for the person that I was before. But I also had to learn that I had to forgive myself. Because there's a lot of times people won't forgive you. People won't forget. And that's not up to you. You just have to do your part. And I did my part. And that was part of that resetting. That resetting of, I can become a different person. I can become a better version of who Kerrie is. And that was powerful for me. But once I learned how to reset, and I started creating a different foundation, okay? I had to learn that now I can start to release those limiting beliefs that had been built up over time. And I'm talking about from childhood up until now, because every day is a new day, and there's new struggles and there's new limiting beliefs that come up. So even though you're on this journey, you might feel like, okay, I overcame that, but there's still so much more. See, I had to learn that I wasn't perfect. See, perfectionism, it didn't serve me. It didn't serve me. And I just was going through life trying to be perfect, trying to be this perfect person. And that is not the way to live. It's not healthy, because you overdo things and you overextend yourself and you become stressed out. And that life didn't serve me. So that was a limiting belief I had to release. I had to also learn that those walls could come down. I didn't have to always walk around thinking and believing and moving a certain way. You know, my sister was like, man, Kerrie, like, sometimes you just like a dude, right? And I had to like really like channel that, because I was like, I could have taken that personal, but it's real. It's like I have built up these walls over time that have made me this like hard person. And I can't trust like I want to trust. Like I'm learning how to trust even more as I go through this journey, but I don't always let people in. It takes time and it takes some work, but once you get in, you got me. You got all of me. But because of my past traumas and the things that I've been through, I built up a lot of walls that even in my marriage, I have to break those walls down and be able to be a better wife, to a better sister, a better friend, but ultimately just a better me. I had to learn that even though I didn't know any successful people personally, right? There's people on social media and, on TV and stuff, but personally, I had to learn, even though I didn't see or I wasn't connected, I can still be the change in my family and my friend circle. Because that's a limiting belief. When you don't see it, you don't know how to be it, but you get to create it. You get to create it. And I also learned that even though I had never seen a healthy marriage, that I could be the wife that my husband needs. And he could be the best husband that I needed. We had to learn that and develop that and be able to create our own marriage that looks however we want it to look. Not the Claire Huxtable, right? Like not that type of marriage, not the Cosby show. But what does it mean for the Walker family? We get to create that. And we get to release those limiting beliefs of what it's supposed to look like. Because both of our parents went through divorce. And we dealt with our own issues with that. But coming into this marriage, we knew that we get to create something different. And we've been going at this for July 12th of this year will be 5 years. And I really feel like this year has been the year that has truly made our marriage. And we are at that point where it's like, all right, we in this. We in this forever. And I know some people, it's like, oh, what's marriage? And it's supposed to be beautiful and all that. No, marriage is work, y'all. It is a beautiful thing, but it is work. It takes two people to come together and to create a beautiful life, right? We want to have kids soon, and there was things we still have to work out, but we are on this amazing journey of healing, of showing each other even more love and affection. And it's just such a beautiful thing to get to that point with someone that truly is connected to you. Because I really feel like he's my protector. He's my protector because I've been through so much, and he's never judged me, and he's loved me for all of me. And I'm just so grateful for that. But I also had to learn back to limiting beliefs, y'all, and resetting and releasing. That even though I didn't know the first thing about how to develop a business, right? Because going into developing businesses, we don't always know everything. We want to know everything, but we don't. So you have to invest in coaches and things and programs that are going to help you. And so even though I didn't know how to develop a business, but that doesn't mean that I don't know how or I can't create a multi-million-dollar business or businesses. Because I know I'm going to be able to do that. I know that's already going to happen. I just have to hire the right CPA to get me set up and to release that mindset that even though I didn't know, that doesn't mean that I can't create that now. And that can't be the new normal for me and the people that come after me. I also learned that even though I dealt with childhood trauma and I always felt ashamed and abandoned, I had to learn that I could heal and I could be set free. And I could start to learn to love my body and my mind and the woman that I am now and the woman I'm going to be in the future. Because we get to create that, y'all. And so in my program, I'm going to be going through even more in depth with reset and releasing. Resetting our minds and releasing those limiting beliefs. And that's just week 1. So imagine being able to be set free from the things that have been holding you back for so many years. And not knowing that there's another side of this. Because I've done the work, y'all. the therapy and the coaching, and I'm still in a program now where I'm learning even more about myself. It's a daily it's a daily walk, and you have to continue to stay at it. You have to continue to believe more in yourself, and you have to continue to be the person. Like, how can I say this? You have to continue to wake up with more and more fire, because your future self is counting on you. Somebody that is watching you is counting on you to get up, to move forward. But you have to reset and you have to release in order to get to that moment, that point in your life where it's like, you know what, I can do this. I can be successful. I can be the person that God has created me to be. I can, and I will. But sometimes in life, we hold ourselves back. And so I want to encourage you today that you don't have to hold yourself back anymore. You can learn to reset. You can learn to release. I want you to take some time this week to journal. Journal, what are some areas in your life that you do need to reset, restart? Maybe it's your mindset. Maybe it's your heart and the way you love. Maybe it's self-talk. But some of us talk to us so bad. You got to learn to talk to yourself like you are a beautiful queen. Like you're an angel. Like you are the person that God created you to be. He meticulously created you before you came out of your mother's womb. And you are precious. And you are beautiful. And I need you to start talking to yourself. What's that saying? They say, talk to me nicely. Talk to me nicely. Talk to yourself nicely. But talk to yourself as if you were a precious ruby. You don't want to drop it. You want to hold tight. You want to protect it. You want to cover it. Talk to yourself nicely. Have more respect for yourself. You don't have to be in that relationship where it's nothing but negativity. You don't have to be at that job where they don't appreciate you. You do not have to talk to yourself or talk yourself out of certain things. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Whatever you want to create, you can create it. Whoever you want to be, you can be it. If you want to be successful, then go be successful. If you want to be healed, do the work to be healed. If you want to let go of being ashamed, do the work so that you can be set free from that. So I encourage you today, if you feel unsuccessful, start saying, I am successful. If you feel like everything has to be perfect, say to yourself, I am where I need to be. If you feel anxious or behind, say, I am anxious for nothing. If you feel abandoned, say to yourself, I feel safe. If you feel ashamed, say to yourself, I am set free. If you feel alone, say to yourself, I belong. If you feel broken, say to yourself, I am healed. And over time, and with work, and I'm talking about real work, you're going to start to believe these affirmations because your future self is counting on you to get up. Your future self is counting on you to be healed. Your future self is counting on you to be successful. Your future self is counting on you to make the decision to change, The decision to do the work. The decision to change your mindset. The decision to reset. And the decision to release. Your future self is counting on you. See, my future self was counting on me to get out of that closet. My future self was counting on me to not pull that trigger. My future self was counting on me to believe when God said, I have work to do through you. And I had to get up. And I had to turn that light on. I had to put that gun down. I had to change. I had to renew my mindset. I had to go to therapy. I had to do the work. Because my future self, the person I am today in 2022, was counting on me. Was counting on me. Was counting on me to get up and to change. And to be the person that God called me to be. I'm going to let y'all see. Your future self is counting on you. Wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, start speaking life into yourself. Start speaking life into yourself. Start speaking life into yourself. You are powerful. You are successful. You are healed. You are free. You are safe. You are capable. You are powerful. You belong. You are peace. You are light. You are one of God's chosen queens. So I need you to get up. I need you to encourage yourself today. Take some of my power that I'm breathing into you. Take some of my power. Take some of my energy. Take some of my focus. Take some of my healing. Take it today because I'm giving it out. You got this, queen. You got this, sister. You got this, friend. You got this, boss. You got this. You got this. You got this. Your new life is coming. Just make the decision to go after it, to become the best version of you that you can become. I love y'all so much, and I hope and pray that you got something powerful from this message today, that you can be the person that you were supposed to be. You can be amazing. You can go after everything that you're supposed to go after. You got this. And I believe in you. And I'm giving you permission. I'm giving you permission today to do what you need to do. Do the work. Do the work. It might not be easy. But on the other side of it, it's peace. It's love. It's abundance. It's joy. It's freedom. And it's so much fulfillment. You got this. I love you. I love you. I love you. I will see y'all next week. Make sure you share this podcast with anyone that needs some encouragement today. Make sure you leave me a review. And I'll see y'all next week with a new episode of More Than the Bag. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me today. This episode is sponsored by Walker Team Investments. It's my investment company. And in June, I will start providing virtual classes that will help women and men build wealth through real estate. On June 26th, I'll be hosting an Airbnb and flipping class for anyone who wants to learn how to build wealth through real estate. I have 3 very special guests coming on Trey Walker, he is a flipping expert. He flipped 33 houses last year, y'all. 33 houses. Osei, she is an Airbnb superhost, and she just had her first 20K month. Okay, 20K month. So she's going to be coming on there, dropping knowledge about Airbnb. And then I'm also going to have one of my hard money lenders come and share how to fund your projects with very little down. Now, all participants will get an ebook, the Airbnb ebook, replay, and for an extra fee, anybody that lives in Texas and can get to San Antonio, you can join me as I take you through one of my current investment properties. I'll bring you to the house, walk you through it. You can chat with my contractor, but basically I'm going to give you hands-on experience on how to become an investor by flipping houses. All right? I want you to be successful, and this is just another way that I'm going to help you do that. I'm your host, Dr. Kerrie. Thank y'all so much for listening to this episode. Make sure y'all stay anchored with me on IG at Dr._Kerrie, Dr._KERRIE, and as well on YouTube at Dr. Kerrie. All right. Love y'all so much. Make sure y'all leave me a review. Give me some feedback so I can make sure that I make this podcast the podcast that you truly need. And it's going to help you be the person that you are truly called to be. Love y'all so much. It's your girl, Dr. Kerrie. I'll holler at y'all later.